Alrighty, now just because you're lactose intolerant doesn't mean that you can't enjoy classically creamy dishes like this Nolac Lactose-free coffee creme brulee that we're about to make. And here to help us make it is, of course, the amazing Grace Stevens. How are you, Gracie? How are you?
So nice to be here.
Great to have you.
I am so fine.
Look, SMS the keyword Clover to 33728. We'll send you the list of ingredients as well as the link to the recipe, and you can make it at home. Maybe you can rustle up the ingredients pretty quickly and get to making it with us. If you SMS'd earlier on, you might have them prepared already. This is very fancy, Grace.
This is fancy, but as you'll see, it is very straightforward.
Okay.
And anyone can make it, and this is great to make ahead of time. And then you look like a superstar in the kitchen.
Good stuff. Where do we
Should
start?
we get started?
Yes, please.
So I've heated up some of my Nolac milk here, and I don't want it to boil, I just wanted to heat it up.
Okay.
And then I just want to spice things up today. So I've got some coffee beans that are going to go in there.
All right.
And of course, coffee and hazelnut.
Go very well together.
Very, very well.
Yes.
And that's going to go in there. And you just let it just sit there for about 2 or 3 minutes, just so that that coffee, that flavour can go through.
If you wanted a bit more of an intense coffee flavour, this is just my mind exploring, would you put ground beans in there and then strain it thereafter?
You could, or you can just put a double espresso in there.
Well,
just straightforward. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
yes.
for now, we'll go with the beans. Okay. Then we've got 5 egg yolks.
Yeah, you have to use the egg yolks. We're making a very nice, rich custard here and some caster sugar.
Yes.
And then you need to whip this up until it's nice and pale. So that's great there.
Good, good, good.
Now, I don't want to make scrambled eggs, so I do want to add this milk very, very slowly.
Shall I help you with the whisking part of it?
Yes, you can whisk.
You need to keep it moving while you're adding, right? Okay.
So I'm using a sieve just so to make sure that all these coffee beans don't get in there. So a little bit goes in there just to temper it a little bit.
Yes. The fancy terminology, tempering.
Tempering, yeah.
Who was the first person to figure out that this is how you actually do it, and how many accidental scrambled eggs were made before that?
I don't know. I don't think anyone wants to admit to that.
All right, so the custard is forming. You can see it.
Oh, and this is the hardest part to it.
Through. Yes.
So you can imagine what a domestic goddess or god you're going to be if you make this beautiful
creme brulee, yes.
Creme brulee.
And of course, the secret ingredient that we're using right now, I'll hand this back over to you, is Clover Nolac, which is lactose-free, medium-fat milk, and it's high in nutrients, and it's easy to digest, and is sweeter in taste than regular milk, but without any added sugar. And there is an added dose of calcium and vitamin D, which are nutrients known to be lacking in the diet of those who are lactose intolerant. So you don't need to worry about that. So you've put that on a bain-marie.
I have. So there's some boiling water in here, and I've put a bowl that's big enough so that it suspends it, because it shouldn't actually touch that water.
Oh.
And I'm just going to thicken my custard slowly like this. So you should be able to just put a spoon in there, and it should just be able to cover the back of the spoon. Nice, thick custard.
And that thickening, does it happen because, I guess, the water or liquid element of the milk evaporates slowly, as you can see it on top?
So what you're doing is you're cooking your eggs, and they are going to thicken everything in there.
Oh, okay, that's how it happens.
And you need to watch this. You can't just walk away and come back later. This is something that you have to wait.
Okay.
Okay, and then once that's nice and thick, so we're going to pretend that's nice and thick.
So wait, what kind of consistency are you
So you want it so that so when you put a spoon in it, you want it thicker, so that when you take your finger and you run it along the spoon, it needs to make a nice mark there.
Definite line.
It doesn't kind of run back into each other like it does with this.
Okay. All right.
You need it nice and thick. So now I'm making a little bain-marie. So I'm going to put my little ramekins in there, and then carefully fill
each one of them?
Each one of them.
They're
not going to rise, so you can put it right up to the top. Doesn't this look delicious already? Can you smell the coffee, Kat?
Yes, absolutely.
I mean, this... this is the way to do it.
And wait, so coffee is a way that you flavored this particular creme brulee?
Yes.
I love saying creme brulee. What other flavors could you
Oh, I
fuse?
think it's really endless. I think anything that goes with the custard would just be so. I think coffee's
Something
just something that I put hazelnut in here, so that's also really, really nice. But any sort of flavour that goes really, really nicely with custard makes it really, really nice.
Good. So once you've done this, are you adding any water in here?
So I am, but here's the trick. You put a little bit of water in. Then you're going to take it to your oven. Your oven should be set at about 140 degrees because we do this low and slow. And then I open up my oven and I put it on the rack and then I do the last bit of the water. Otherwise, when you're carrying it to your oven, you know, you're doing that balancing it.
Okay, good.
As long as 2/3 of your ramekin has water up the sides, then you're good.
Then it comes out looking like that, right?
And then you bake it for about 30 minutes,
Good.
yes.
Okay, let's show everyone how we did that, right? Very quickly. We're going to get back to my favorite part of what every chef loves doing with the blowtorch.
Clover Nolac, lactose-free milk that lets you enjoy dairy again. Made with love by Clover. If you're lactose intolerant, chances are that you've never dared to try to eat a decadent and creamy coffee creme brulee. Thanks to Clover Nolac lactose-free milk, you now have the freedom to enjoy an array of creamy lactose-free dishes. Add 300 ml of Nolac lactose-free medium-fat milk to a saucepan. Add 35 grams of coffee beans, 1 teaspoon of hazelnut essence, and bring to a slow simmer. Strain the Nolac and set aside. In a mixing bowl, add 40 grams of caster sugar to 5 egg yolks. Whisk until light and fluffy. Gradually mix in the warm Nolac and place the mixture over a double boiler, stirring continuously until warmed through. Fill ramekins halfway and place them in a bain-marie. Then bake at 140 degrees Celsius for about 30 minutes. Sprinkle sugar over the top of the creme brulees and caramelize the sugar using a blowtorch. Just as creamy as the real McCoy without any of the dairy, this lactose-free Clover coffee creme brulee will be a treat for the whole family.
Made with love by Clover.
And there we go, into the oven it goes. 40 minutes and it'll do its thing. And now for the pièce de résistance of the creme brulee, what every chef loves doing. You sprinkle some sugar on top.
So we're going to sprinkle some caster sugar. Don't get it round the sides. You just want to get it on top of the custard.
I've been waiting for this part.
Even it out.
Okay. And
Okay,
then,
let's put the blowtorch on.
like a mad scientist. Oh! Is it alive?
It is coming alive. Come on, dude.
Yes,
there we go.
there we go.
All right, let's do it.
Blowtorch it. Then you just wait for it to melt. Can you guys see this? Tell me you
Oh,
can do
it's caramelizing.
It's caramelizing.
So you are like a pro, Kat. Look
You
at
gotta
that.
spread the heat evenly. Look at that. You don't want to overdo it as well because it could then just be burnt sugar at the end and that's not cool. Look at that. Allow
That's
it to do its...
stunning.
Oh, hello. That is amazing. SMS Clover to 33778. My work here is done. Crème brûlée, c'est superbe. High five.
Clover Nolac, lactose-free milk that lets you enjoy dairy again. Made with love by Clover.